We're back at the Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, California, ready now for side-by-side monster truck racing. Qualifying has been completed after a treacherous round to get into this field. It should be interesting to see what happens in side-by-side racing. The brand new lightweight racer, Pablo Cruz, lines up against this man, Dennis Anderson out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, in the incredible Gravedigger. They leave the line. The Gravedigger with a half-truck hole shot. Both machines with rough landings as they move into the first turn. A hard right-hander on this Z-shaped course. And it looks like the Tough Enough machine has already lost a lot of ground to the Big 50 Chevrolet. Anderson heads into the last turn hard as Cruz tries to make up lost ground, but he's not going to do it. Beautiful mid-air flight of the winner, Gravedigger and Dennis Anderson. Cruz still trying to pick up the pace. But a tough break for the brand new machine. He obviously is already out of the picture. Dennis Anderson heads back to the pit area. And you can see Jim Reese there in the pit line telling Anderson he's broken something on the front end of that truck. We'll take another look at the final turn and final straight. Anderson comes down, and yes, sparks, and then a drive shaft coming out from behind the truck. He lost the front drive shaft and did some damage to the front of the Gravedigger, that's for sure. On the line, it'll be Scott Stevens in the new King Crunch Chevrolet and Bobby Z in the Skull Crusher. Starting line with a sizable advantage right now. Again, a rough landing off the first set of cars. The drivers set themselves up for the first turn. The green Ford trying to keep pace with the blue Chevy from Texas. And it's going to be a tight finish. Look at this. Following each other with problems and breakage. An entire front end broken for the Skull Crusher. The King Crunch machine survives what is turning into the Carnage Nationals. Everybody suffering severe breakage. Look at Bobby Z losing the entire front end off the green Ford. Take a look. Z comes around the turn. We're only a few feet behind King Crunch, and then snap. Everything goes away. The safety crews right now trying to figure out how they're going to haul this thing off the course. We can only hope that Scott Stevens and the King Crunch machine survived without problems, but we've just received word that it's possible that even Jim Kramer and Bigfoot may not be able to make this round. They've discovered a problem in the pits. Robert Parker, the AM/PM boss, moves it up against Gary Schott of the Valvoline Racer. Starter Mike Spiller, one of the U.S. Honda Association event director, gives him the green. Look at Parker. Repeated bounces keeps the front end way in the air. But a lot of smoke as he heads into the third. I don't believe it. Another truck has suffered severe engine damage. This will be a free ride for Schott of the Valvoline machine. That's, of course, if he can keep together. So far, so good. Rounding the last turn, the heavyweight scores a major upset here. And he's not going to push the parts any harder than he has to. Absolutely incredible. We've lost at least one truck in every pair so far of this first round. And Gary Schott will take it easy. There you see Robert Parker checking out the damage. That was all motor death smoke there. And the crowd has given up a huge cheer for Jim Reese in the Eliminator. But wait a minute. The Eliminator is the only truck on the starting line. He's going to take a solo. Bigfoot was unable to pull to the starting line in time. The problems they suffered getting the #1 qualifying spot cost them their only shot at the entire race. And the Eliminator gets the solo run into the second round at the expense of the non-showing Big Blue Ford. Using the stagger steer to come through the finish line, drafts sideways. He'll take the win with no noticeable parts damage. Chris Chapman is in the pits with Dennis Anderson. She's got the word on what happened to the Gravedigger.
Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger had a really easy win over Tough Enough. However, the broken piece that we're looking at is going to keep them out of competition the rest of the day.
Yeah, what I done is I broke a 4-link bar. I broke it over here on the last pile of cars after I made my turn. And so, therefore, it's going to put me out of the race for tonight. And we'll go back and get it fixed up. You know, like I said, we're working on the suspension, trying to get it all ironed out. We've got a few brackets we have to reinforce a little bit more. The suspension's new to us. But once we get it ironed out, it's going to be a bad truck.
If you don't think this is serious, obviously these drivers are blowing stuff up left and right just to win a round, let alone the title. And when we come back, we'll see who survives this incredible battle.